Hello, everybody. I am Lauren Cohen, the host of Investing Across Borders, the podcast where we teach you how to invest, live, work, and play across borders, because without play, what is there, right? And I'm here today, and I'm not going to pronounce your last name correctly. There is absolutely no doubt. I'm here today with my friend Simeon, and I'm going to let him pronounce his last lovely Greek name because I cannot possibly do it justice.
My name is Simeon Papailias. The third, Lauren. The
third. I would have definitely not gone the third for sure. So, but one day, Simeon, when I'm in Toronto, I'm actually there in April, and we're having an event, and I'm going to invite you because we can meet in person, and you can bring me some amazing Greek food. Okay, some feta.
That's fantastic. We'll do.
Awesome. So I actually met Simeon on LinkedIn, and I was with Simeon and Laura Martin on the Broker's Playbook a couple of times during COVID when people were starting, well, not just starting, but investigating, looking at investing south of the border. And then we met at Keyspire when we were both in Niagara in October. Yep. And that was fun, busy, fun. And there's another one happening this week, right?
You bet. It's coming up this weekend. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here in Toronto this time by the airport.
Awesome. So I will not be there because it's still like the end of February, beginning of March. And it's bad enough I'm coming up on April 5th, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not really well prepared for the winter, to say the least, since I've moved here. But Simeon is one of the top producers at Royal LePage, and he has been at that level for a very long time, really making a difference and an impact and building an amazing team and helping others really to build their teams and build their real estate portfolios and their real estate profiles and their real estate businesses. And he also started something called REC Canada. What is REC Canada?
Well, REC Canada is where it all started. We co-founded that about 17 years ago. There was 3 partners at the time. There's 2 of us now. My late partner passed in 2017.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Life happens. But REC is a fulfillment. It's a investment focused team where our absolute mandate, the reason we exist in our claim to fame is that we are focused on investment real estate. We are investor focused realtors, meaning we support and create deals to grow your portfolio, to grow your legacy, to grow your wealth. So everything, when we speak about real estate to our clients, the bricks and mortar are always about growth mindset, and of course, everything to do with analysis and otherwise.
So why have we not brought this REC Canada to REC Florida, or what? I mean, as I'm hearing this, I'm like, wait a minute, there's like a disconnect here, because here I am needing what you do because I have all investors all the time, and we are not. What's going on there?
Well, I mean, it's up to us to get better at communicating each other's value proposition better.
100%.
And let it be this podcast today that both we work together with you and of course across your entire audience, other agents in all markets, not just Florida.
Right.
Collaboration is something we believe in very much. I have built a collaboration platform specifically called Broker's Playbook, which is where I'm standing today at our head office. And I invite your entire audience to check out brokersplaybook.com and see everything from the podcast to the new training tools that we've developed with an exclusive partnership with Workman Success Systems out of the United States. So there's full-blown training for agents to be able to grow their business and stability. And of course, the collaboration portal where I share all the projects that I work on with other agents to cooperate with and present to their investor database.
I mean, I think that's amazing because far too many agents, even agents that I refer to in various locations, say that they're investor friendly. Not so much, because investors have a completely different game plan and checklist and criteria set than do people that are buying for personal use. And I think that there's a real lack of this support, both for the realtors and the investors. in Florida and Texas and Arizona and the states where so many Canadians are investing, there's a demand for this kind of amazing support.
So I will tell you that's something that we are looking to change. I am in the middle of creating an investment focused realtor training program that specifically teaches the tools and teaches the strategies and supplies the tools for any agent to be able to either build a second vertical in their business to work with investors, or create a cohesive practice where every single presentation they have with an end user or otherwise has encompassed the investment side of things. Meaning there is never a listing presentation that I've gone to where I didn't start with, why are we selling? Why are we not trying to keep this property as an investment, refinance it and buy something else?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's always investment first and then everything later. So there is a way to double and triple your business by becoming an investment focused realtor and still keeping the existing integrity of your residential end user business.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just so important because how many realtors fail because they don't have the diversity. They have a single stream of income. They're working with buyers and sellers, not investors. They're not looking at things the way that you are teaching, and they lose out on a potentially huge market everywhere. Canada, the US, everywhere, because there's an untapped opportunity with these investors. And right now, the market, even though it's in shift, certainly here it's shifting, and there it's shifting big time. The opportunities are still there, and people are like, "Oh, we have to wait till the rates go down." No, 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 no. You can refinance later maybe, but take advantage of the opportunities now, because today is the best day to take advantage.
And I couldn't agree with you more. Rates are always up and down, and they're always a part of your investment strategy. The fundamentals of your actual investment, though, are more in line now than they have ever been. Rents are at the highest rates ever in recorded history.
No
and
kidding.
real estate has gone on sale because of the high rate of financing.
Yes.
So with that said, if you know how to structure a deal in a creative way, meaning engaging vendor takebacks or seller takebacks, whatever each market calls them, entering an agreement for sale as opposed to an agreement of purchase and sale.
So let's just interject for a second.
Sure.
Because agreement for sale in Canada is the same as a subject to in America.
Absolutely.
Okay? So I just wanted to clarify, because I have a lot of American viewers are like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a strategy where you're only going to close under certain conditions in a specific amount of set time. No different than engaging a vendor take back mortgage, meaning that the seller is going to provide financing. Let's say they have a paid off property or have very little mortgage owing. Let's say the property is $500,000 for an example. I'm going to put down $100,000 as a buyer, and you're going to give me a mortgage for $400,000 at 3.5%, as opposed to the 7% at the bank right now.
Yeah.
And that's going to enable the seller to get $50,000 more for their transaction, as opposed to him selling for $450,000 or whatever the case may be. It's just favorable in creative terms. And right now, there's a tremendous amount of that going on. And unless you know how to deploy these tools in your business, you're missing out on that whole opportunity.
For sure. And most people don't. And, I don't know if you're aware, but my business partner in one business, we have a business called Strategic REI. And we built that business because we had so many real estate investors coming to the US and wanting to get a visa through real estate investing, which is my signature program, How to Immigrate Through Real Estate. So I created this side business with my partner, Carolyn Gallardo, whom you should meet. And Carolyn's background is specifically in agreements for sale. So, and she built her whole business in Calgary around creative financing. So why did we build this business? Because these real estate investors are not necessarily business savvy, not all of them. And so we built a business to build a visa-oriented business model that can be successful for a visa and as a business, and turn these real estate investors that want to be passive real estate investors into active real estate business owners. So there's a great synergy there, Simeon, that we definitely need to pursue and explore. And possibly there's a way for REC to play a bigger role in strategic REI. And that's a big deal, because it's very hand selected. We don't take everybody. It's usually one a quarter. We had our second or third, I should say, visa candidate approved in 3.5 minutes last week. So we had 4 visas approved last week. It was a great week for investing cross borders, but it meant a lot because she was a major investor in Canada. She sold off most of her properties and started doing similar investing here. So there's great opportunity for, cross referrals and cross collaboration, because at the end of the day, what you have is something so unique, your platform, and it's needed, because you're right, like just having those additional streams of income can be a game changer for realtors that are struggling, because there's so many. I mean, I'm a licensed realtor now. Everybody knows I'm just a referral realtor, so everybody loves me, because I'm never going to compete with you to get the client. I'm going to refer the business to you, and you're going to be like, oh, great, I have a great client who's well prepped. But at the end of the day, most realtors are dependent on that real estate, real estate related income. So if you have multiple streams of income, and you're teaching this to the Keyspire members, right?
Well, we're teaching this to both consumer-facing actual investors, but we're also teaching this to agents.
Yeah, that's
so we are looking to create change and affect positive results into the brothers and sisters in the business, and we're going to almost every end to make sure they succeed. We're teaching them how to put on events, how to draw interest, how to make calls, how to set themselves apart in the business by adding more value to their clients.
So is it a monthly coaching program?
There's a few options being worked on right now.
Okay.
As of right now, the only program that we have on the platform is the Rising Agent Mastery, which is a comprehensive how to real estate. So whether you're new in the business, or basically, I don't care if you've been in the business 10 years, if you've never done $250,000 in production or been able to put together 20 deals a year, this program is for you.
Makes sense.
It teaches the daily tasks and creates discipline for you to build a consistent business.
Yeah.
So if anybody going to brokersplaybook.com and you go to the academy, there is a 12-week challenge. The next one starts. We're in the middle of the first one of the year right now, but we're going to be putting on about 3 to 4 a year. And it's cohorts of about 50 realtors, 50 students that go through various exercises with a full-blown workbook and kind of structure of creating performance mastery, branding, and community mastery, meaning their social game, what they share, how they share it every single day. Performance mastery, how many calls do you need to make a day? What should you be doing at 10 a.m. versus 2 p.m.? How do you make the most out of your day? And finally, they're going to get rewarded. Whoever wins the challenge wins a huge cash prize. And of course, they've changed their lives at the same time, building a real and meaningful business, a stable business. We're doing the same. We're going to be adding the course. I'm hoping within the next 60 to 90 days max, we will have the investment focus course up.
Got it. Well, that's awesome. I love that. I love pretty much everything you said. I've made some notes because it's right in line with what we are doing. Are you still active on Clubhouse?
Not on that specific social platform. We found the quality of the rooms really came down in a sense of random people who have no actual real life experience were becoming real experts in Clubhouse, just regurgitating other people's things. So my interest in that platform fell off.
Yeah, me too.
But I did find Twitter Spaces, another audio driven platform that Twitter added to them, is quite it's kind of what Clubhouse I think was meant to be, or what it started as.
Right.
But they've been able to maintain good content creators and interesting rooms. I just found Clubhouse kind of lost its appeal to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it was overwhelming. Like it was all consuming for a while. It was like every time, like I would be on there, I would have 5 minutes. I'd be like, oh, let me see what's going on. it was a little bit addictive, I guess. And then I was like, you know what, this is just not for me. It's a big time waster and an energy zapper. And I need to focus on, being a mom and being a business owner and making a difference for people. So
Yeah, well, I mean, all of social media can do that. You always have to be careful with where you give your time and what you commit to. But I think Clubhouse played a huge role kind of in the beginning of the pandemic for our industry. There was a lot of excellent professionals on there sharing their insight. I just think as the world
Yes.
opened up, they kind of fell apart.
Yes, it was very pandemic oriented. I agree with you. I agree. So, what are the 3 top pieces of advice that you would give? Well, let's say 2 for realtors and 1 for real estate investors in today's market, whether it be in the GTA and in Florida, wherever it's, what would you give as advice?
I'll start with my advice to the consumer, my advice to the investor, the retail investor looking to build wealth in real estate. Your number one move always is to build your team of experts. So I don't care what market you're interested in, what your objectives may be. You need to locate and have discussions with the best in what you're trying to do. So if you're going to New York, if you're going to New Orleans, if you're investing in Toronto, use the internet to locate the best people in the business. And I'm not talking about just people who self-proclaim the best, but actual results. Speak to other investors. Ask if Simeon Papailias claims he's the number one investment focused realtor. Well, let's find his clients. Speak to my clients.
Yes,
Interview. If you go to some meetups as an investor, you need to immerse yourself and surround yourself with people who are doing what you're doing.
agreed.
So
Like-minded.
you got to be with like-minded people, and you got to build a powerful team. You need a great lawyer, you need a great accountant.
I
you
don't
need a
know any
great broker.
lawyers.
No,
No, not it. I don't know how to find those people. I don't know. I don't know any good realtors either, for goodness
No.
sake.
none. We're in very short supply.
Very short supply, yes. Well,
no,
good realtors are in short supply.
No doubt about it. Well, I mean, there was a stat that just came out of 75,000 realtors on the Toronto Real Estate Board. 35,000 didn't do a single deal last year.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Exactly. Those 35,000 need you.
So, and that's just it. So I think going back to the advice, build your power team, immerse yourself in investment culture, jargon, and meetups, and you're gonna definitely increase your chances of success tenfold. It's just, you need to be a part of the scene, and you need to understand what you're doing and when, and a team of extras will help you do that. To my brothers and sisters in the business, I mean, they have to realize that the order taking years of the pandemic years and the free money to the world is over. It's time now to pay the piper, meaning the inflationary time didn't just get here by accident. When you print a double supply of money on a global basis, this is what happens thereafter. No different than after the Second World War, after big civil wars. When a country's GDP falls and the money presses go bananas, your money is devalued, and that's why your consumer index went up by 12%.
Mhm.
And that's the inflationary period. The good news is everything the Fed and the US has done, and the Bank of Canada here has done all the heavy lifting already. We're seeing this inflation start coming down slowly. I think it will keep coming down over the next 6 to 8 months as we as the people of these countries, we're squeezed. When your payment doubled or tripled for your mortgage payment, the chances of you taking a vacation or spending money at the mall are now slim to none.
Right.
When we stop spending money at the mall, they have to lower prices to lure us back in.
Right.
And that's how.
Except on eggs. They're not really doing a great job with the eggs, are they? Like, I mean, that's a little bit nuts, okay?
Yeah, $8 for a dozen eggs.
I mean,
is not
crazy.
normal.
People put diamond rings in an egg. By the way, that's one of the words that people still make fun of me about saying all the time is egg, because I didn't even know egg what I didn't even know I said it in a Canadian way, but people are like, what? I'm like, egg. How do you spell that? EGG. What? That's whatever they say. I don't know, even know what they say, these Americans. So it's just funny.
Well, I've never heard of eggs or eggs, but
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
it is what it is. But
It is what
no,
it is.
I think there's only one way to fix this. They have done what needed to be done. It's unfortunate that they waited that long into the pandemic to change things. This could have been done a lot smoother. It could have been a better market, but we're here. We're going to deal with it, and we need to be resilient and courageous, truly, at this time as agents, to have the patience and guide our clients with integrity, and educate ourselves, of course, to be able to give proper advice.
I couldn't agree with everything that you said more. I mean, I'm actually going to send you an invite to join us. We're doing a real estate investing mastermind on the 23rd. We just changed the date. I'm going to invite you to join us as one of the experts. I think that you will bring a lot of value. I'm also going to connect you with my business partner so the three of us can have a conversation. Simeon, it's truly been a pleasure. I appreciate your time. I know how busy you are. And it's always great to catch up with you, and hopefully see you soon, maybe in April when I'm in town and we can have some Greek food. And any parting words before we sign off for today?
No, I would definitely like to be kept afloat all your updates and your travel schedule. I'd love to connect when you're here.
Yes, sir.
And we might be coming down to the States later on this year for a few conferences down in Florida, actually, that we were invited to. We haven't confirmed if we're going yet or not, but happy to stay connected, and all the best to you and your entire audience, obviously.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. I'm Lauren Cohen, signing off from Investing Across Borders with my friend Simeon P. I'm just going to leave it at that. I know I'm going to say it wrong. And I thank you for joining us today. Please subscribe to our podcast, Investing Across Borders, across all podcast channels. And of course, you can find us anywhere with our brand, Investing Across Borders, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I can't remember all of them, but that's our brand, Investing Across Borders. We would love to connect with you and help you to explore opportunities to invest in the US in the right way with the right team, and make sure that you set up your structure correctly so that maybe you can also invest to immigrate or immigrate through real estate. So thanks again for joining us today. Pleasure always, and we will talk soon and see you on our next episode. Thank you. Bye for now.